Hello and welcome to the Superhero Hub. I'm Sam,
I'm not.
and we don't want no trouble at the river. What are we going to be
Oh my
recording?
god.
What are we going to be reviewing today?
Riverdale.
Yep, Riverdale episode 5.
4, 5? Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
It's
when
it's one of them.
yeah. This episode is called The Heart of Darkness. Now, th- this was like I think the program in general is just really weird because
Oh
there's
yeah.
a lot of stuff going on and it's all kind of really weird. Like, the, I forget what there's the redhead girl in it,
Yeah, the sister of the kid who got killed.
Cheryl in it or Sherry, something like that.
I
Uh,
don't know. She's the only redhead in it.
yeah, but
You know what we're talking about.
the redhead girl, Jason's sister.
Yeah.
Let's just call it that. And like her mum's like
Super evil.
crazy abusive and like really really bad. It's like, what the hell is her problem? Like, at the start of the episode she's on her bed and she's like, well, she has nightmares first, doesn't she's like imagining that Jason's like the weird like zombie glazed over look and he goes for her throat and she wakes up in the bed, and then her mum comes in and she's just like, yo, what have I told you about sleeping in Jason's bed? So I mean, they're real close. Well, they were real close until he got killed. So, and they're twins.
Hmm.
So, which I didn't know.
Yeah, remember. So yeah, that, like we were saying last week, I didn't really know what the show was, and now watching it, I still kind of don't. But I get that everything is just like super odd. It's like this mishmash of all these different things. So her story is kind of like gothic. Like the entire family is just like this super gothic thing, and the parents are awful, and you've got the creepy grandma who's maybe not creepy, but she certainly looks it. So what? So now we know that Betty's sister, I guess, was engaged to the brother.
Yeah, she was engaged, and then something must have happened. No idea what's happening, and what happened. You know, there was an argument, a falling out, and I think they must have broke up. But either way, the sister, I can't remember her name either. Do you?
No.
Right, so we'll just call her Betty's sister. But Betty's sister locked herself in the bathroom and I'd imagine slit her wrists or whatever in the bath. Something like that. I mean, they were pretty sketchy on the
Maybe.
They were sketchy on the details, but it's like, well, yo, why? Well, I mean, it's not going to be a toaster, or she'd be gone, wouldn't she? So I mean, there's
No,
only
but what I mean is, like, did that happen, or is Betty's dad making it up because he's a liar as well?
it's just it's kind of like, I know, watching the first part of it, the first part of the episode. I mean, I was sitting there and like it had like all the like flashes of the school, like the football team, and I was like, this is really like angsty and stuff like that, real like teenager, and I was just like, oh. So I mean, yeah, the Blossom mum is just crazy abusive and she just rips out. And for some reason, like, I don't know why, she doesn't want the daughter to give a speech at the funeral, and she just rips it up and she's like, oh, I don't want you to have nothing to do with it. And it's like, yo, this woman's like, I'd have to smack her in that. I'd have to go crazy. It's like, this woman's just really really nasty in that. Like, the dad's really kind of like, you don't really see much from him, do you? But it's kind of really passive aggressive.
Hmm.
But we'll get onto that later. But I mean, the mum's just real nasty. So the daughter's kind of struck up a friendship with Veronica, which is nice, I guess. So they're pretty much buddies because she's kind of a, you can see how she's like bullied at home, and then she's like the kind of bully at school and stuff like that, like taking out all her frustrations towards her mother on people at school. But really, it's like she don't really have any friends. She's just a nasty. Yeah, she's got people who hang out with her, but she doesn't really have any friends. So obviously, Veronica's kind of filled that gap. So
Yeah, and because Veronica's new in town, I think, or at least new at the school, she's someone she can attach herself to. So I guess that makes sense.
And the most attractive. So
Debatable.
if we move on to Archibald, like, this guy's like got a pick of the girls and stuff like that. I don't really know what's going on with Betty. I think there's just and ahhing and stuff like that, but there ain't too much focusing on it, so it's like forgettable. But
Dude's out of his mind. He's got Betty and Veronica. There's like running around with him, and he's still got all these others as well, which, you know, good for him. But first of all, before you even get to him, there's no way that hair is natural.
Oh no, obviously not. But there's a lot of redheads in that show.
I know. We should get onto that in the funeral in a second. But like, I get Archie's ginger in the comic books, and you want to go for that. But my God,
I think it looks kind of funky. I kind of like it.
it's just dopey. I feel kind of sorry for the bloke. Imagine him walking down the street looking like that.
I don't think it looks bad really. So yeah, it's kind of juggling football and music and stuff like that, and it's like, yeah, I mean, if we talk about like just like deviating off the path, because obviously Veronica mentioned that she had 7 minutes in heaven with Archie, and it's like, if I was Archie, I'd pick her hands down. Because I don't know, there's something about her. I can't quite put my finger on it, but anyway.
Yeah, you wish.
So yeah, I mean, the dad as well. Archie's dad's like proper like, is a little strange as well. I mean,
In what way?
well, because he's bumming after Veronica's mum, and like it's just like, I think he's read the signals wrong, and she's like, apparently he's married, but I ain't seen the mum.
Who? Luke Perry?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Cause obviously, she ain't around, obviously, is she? So
No, and obviously Veronica's mum, Hermione, so I remember her name. Obviously her husband Hiram's in jail for defrauding something, so yeah, he comes into the thing and is like hitting on her like, oh yeah, second date, and she was like, mate, you're married, I'm married, drop it, you know what I mean, you're reading too much into it. But then like, he keeps coming to her rescue, because I mean, when I say weird and stuff like that, she's like, later on in the episode, she's like in the diner and stuff like that, and there's like a random box with a snake in it, which is obviously like, my kind of issue is like, these, like, as if there's like a prominent gang in town.
yeah, I mean, it's weird, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Because it's like, come on, be real.
Yeah, but it's what I mean. Where it's like this like hodgepodge of different things. It's like there seems like a 50s like greaser gang or something.
Exactly, and it's like they're actually like going around terrorizing people and stuff like that. It's like,
slates in a box.
if you told me there's like, say I'm like living in Riverdale, and someone tells me like, oh yeah, there's a gang called the Southside Serpents, I'd be like, I wouldn't think anything of it. I'd be like, number one, it's a dopey name, and as you say, like greaser gang and stuff like that. So I wouldn't be intimidated by them before, but they've got like the whole town on edge. I just couldn't take it seriously.
You got that. You got this. Like, you got the teens doing like a PI about a murder.
I swear everyone's a detective in that show.
Yeah. You got the weird sister and her family being like gothic and whatnot.
Yeah,
and you got Archie's like a singer that's in football, but only in football because he wants to be a singer. Like this is, I mean, I've said this before, I mean it, I literally don't know what this show is. There's just so many things thrown together. Exactly. I don't know if that's bad or not. Maybe it's good. I don't know yet, but
I kind of watch it, and it is kind of funny, like how everything's like going on, and it's like I can't take it seriously. But I mean, it's not in a bad way, but it's like there's so many different things. It kind of makes me laugh a little bit.
And when you say you can't take it seriously, that's what I mean. I don't know if I'm meant to. I still haven't figured that out yet.
Exactly.
Am I meant to look at that greaser gang if I take this seriously?
Yeah,
it's ridiculous.
Because like the leader's like Jughead's dad, and it's just like, well, this Jughead kid's homeless. Is like, what's the dad doing then? Where's he living? So I mean, it's all kind of very confusing. Like, I mean, I was getting an incestuous vibe from like the Blossom kid and like Jason and stuff like that. But I mean, they must have just been really close. But I mean, I was like, were they like incest or something?
It looked like it.
That's what I mean. Maybe that's like the big secret or whatever. So I mean, there's so much going on. So I mean, there's a snake in the diner, and then Luke Perry comes in and like gets it out, and they're getting close and stuff like that. And it's just he's kind of fishing in that. It's like real obvious. It's like Alfred in Gotham and stuff like that. It's like hitting on everyone and coming on real strong. And it's just like, oh, like proper fishing. Is like, oh, why didn't you call the police or the animal control? Why did you call me? Like fishing. I was just like, mate, calm down.
First of all, she did ring him. Secondly, though, is that what Alfred does in that show? Does he just hit on people?
Yeah, I mean, Alfred just tries it on with all the women and that. He tried it on with Poison Ivy, tried it on with Lee. I'm pretty
Poison
sure.
Ivy? Isn't Poison Ivy like 7?
Yeah, she's older now, but I mean, I swear he
okay.
tried it on with Selena Kyle's mum as well.
Right on. We're getting so distracted.
Yeah, so I mean, so he's the kind of Alfred of that show, but like, and then he decides, on second thoughts, I'm going to give you the job to do our accounting, and then like they hug at the funeral, and I swear to God he's sniffing her hair. Am I like the only one who thought that? Like it was, and I swear I could hear him like go.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that didn't happen.
Because she like broke off and that, and she was like looking at him weird, and I was like, he did sniff her hair, and he was just like proper into it and that, and I was just like, mate, he needs to calm down. But I mean, yeah, I mean, we'll get back onto Archie. I mean, this is like a douchebag. Is like leader of the football team. Oh, I want to be a singer, and I've got all these girls coming after me, and it's just like,
it's hard to maybe.
I mean, he's a handsome guy, but I mean, his character's douchey.
It's a question. Maybe if we're being honest, the guys obviously watch the show. We're watching the show, but if we're being honest, Riverdale's kind of show that's made predominantly for girls, right? Same with Gossip.
Teenage girls and stuff like that.
So maybe it's different for them. But as a bloke, I can't watch this show and identify with Archie. But he's too good. He's got everything. He's on the football team. He's a singer.
Exactly.
He's got 2 hot girls that hang around him. He's got an older woman that wants him. He's got a new girl that wants to play music and hang around with him. He has everything.
I mean, if you look at the comic book, like what he looks like in the comic books is like the dorkiest, like redhead and stuff like that. The way you look at him in that, you think this kid would just get like bullied and that. But apparently, like, no offense to redheads and stuff like that, but like really freckled and like it's just like crazy. So he's going around getting all these girls. I mean, good on him. But yeah, this music thing just makes me think he's douchey. So yeah, he's trying to get a new music teacher, and yeah, that guy's like, oh, I'm not taking you seriously, and it's just like, I'll write all the sheet music. I mean, I think it's like dumb in that. It's like, how can you not write sheet music and learn the plays, the football plays at like this the same time? Why does he have to stay up and only manage to do one and have to write them on his arm? It's like, come on, kid. You know what I mean? How long does it take you to write music? I mean,
I don't know. I can't claim to have ever tried, but I can't. Surely there's enough time in the day.
That's what I mean. I think they're trying to make him like, oh, Archie, it's just like, oh, what a struggle. You know, you've got all these things going on, like most teenagers and that. You know, everything comes at once. You've got a million things to do and never the time to do it. It's like, come on now. You know, he could manage it. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, he's going around all like head hanging stuff like that. Like, oh, poor me, I want to be a musician, and it's like, I can't be a footballer and blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, he goes through his little football trial, and he eventually, because there's a thing whether him or Reggie is going to get... Is his name Reggie? I don't think it is. I think it might be, yeah. So the other guy vying for the captainship. So and then
Reggie wasn't that the dude from this week's episode of...
Yeah, that's why I'm getting confused, because I think they've both got the same name. I really do.
Well, whatever his name, you're about the other guy who wants to be the football captain.
I'm pretty sure it's Reggie Lee or something like that. So anyway, yeah, so then there's all this hubbub about what he's going to do, and then like he gets blown off by the teacher, like loud off, like bye-bye. So then his music career's in jeopardy. Oh no, the world's going to end. Like... So then he ends up giving up football and giving it to the other guy, and it's just like...
Well, no, he's still playing football, isn't he?
Yeah, but it's just not the captain. It's like, why couldn't this kid just like... I think they thought, oh, we've got all these girls coming after him and stuff like that. He's doing the music and the football. We can't make him that good. So instead of being the captain, he'll just be like a player. But it's like...
that's not a struggle people can identify with, surely.
Exactly. I d- like. I guess people watch it because like the girls are attractive, and I mean he's attractive, but in terms of
Oh yeah,
narrative and plot and story, it's farcical. I mean, not in a bad way. I mean, I kind of enjoy it, but I mean, the bottom line is it's quite farcical.
it is.
So
Yeah, I mean, like I said, maybe for their target audience, maybe it works. It's fine. It's just watching the show from a kind of critical standpoint. If you got a lead character whose life is so great, where's the journey? Where's the follow through? But
yeah, maybe that's why they're kind of pulling this shtick,
maybe.
right? So elsewhere, you kind of get to the funeral. Jason's being buried. No, there's like the dinner party before, and oh my god, I'd just die. I'd just
I talk about cringe.
oh my god, it's like the most awkward thing like ever. It's like sitting at the dinner party and having like the girl getting mugged off, and then the dad's mugging Veronica off. I mean, we'll get, because I was saying about passive aggressive and is asking about the dad and stuff like that. It's like this guy is so passive aggressive, and then like. So Veronica and whatever the girl's called are getting quite close. That's like a friendship. Gets to the funeral and like she ends up talking anyway and like breaking down, saying what a great brother he was, and like that gets real awkward. Then the mum's coming at her and moaning at her again, and like, "Yo, I'm gonna send you off to boarding school."
Yeah, that was awful. But also at the funeral, like you're saying with so many redhead people in the show, the mum hugs Archie in a really awkward way.
And she starts touching his face, doesn't she?
Yeah.
Like, oh, you look so much like him, and it's just like, whoop.
Well, someone's related to someone, isn't there?
Yeah. So then Betty and Jughead decide to like go detective, and they start snooping through, and then they stumble across like the old granny who's just like hanging out in the corner. As you do, and she says that she obviously drops that Betty's sister and Jason were engaged, and she gave her like the family ring or whatever. So there's a lot of thing with Betty with her dad, like the dad's being real booky. He argues with Jason's dad at the funeral, but that could have been over anything. And then it turns out like the great granddads, one killed the other, and it's like family feud and stuff like that. And obviously with the fact that he probably thinks that because whatever happened between Betty's sister and Jason caused her to try and kill herself, so they've shipped her off, and is angry at him, and then like he's covering up. He was the one who stole the stuff from the police station, so now it's like he looks real guilty. But I mean, that could be anything. Maybe he's trying to find out who the killer is, so like maybe there's like
it's too easy for him to be the killer. It won't be him.
Maybe he doesn't dislike Jason as much as they're trying to make out.
Yeah, maybe, or maybe he does, but it wasn't him. Maybe the daughter killed him. Who knows? At this point, we don't really know what happened. But like you said, with the family feud thing, it's very like Romeo and Juliet, or do you want to keep it on a soapy kind of thing like Dallas and whatnot, with the families feuding against each other? So something in the past would have happened. I still don't know where to go. What's thrown me for a loop now, though, is like you were saying earlier, that the creepy flashback things with the sister and the brother. I can't get that out of my head. That's so weird.
Yeah, it's if she like rolled in the funeral and that, wearing like pure white and that, and I was just like, oh. And it's like staring, this is the dress I was wearing when I saw him last, and it's just like, it was all very, very confusing. So yeah, what else happened in the episode? I think that was really it. I mean, Archie's working on his music, douchebag. And yeah, that's it ended with obviously the Betty's dad going through all the files and stuff like that, so making him look suspicious. Who do you think killed him? We'll do like a pick. Who do you think killed him?
Who do I think killed him?
Yeah.
I'm gonna guess it's Betty's sister.
Alright, it's gonna be a cop out, and it's gonna turn out to be someone we ain't even seen yet. Maybe it was a South Central Serpents. Ooh, scary.
So goofy.
I don't know. He probably shot himself. It'll probably turn out like the biggest cop out ever, and he shot himself.
The biggest cop out ever would be that he's not actually dead.
Oh well, yeah. Like the sister takes a wig off, and it turns out it's him.
I would love that.
So yeah, let's talk numbers.
Okay, I will go with a 7.5.
Oh, that's big numbers.
Yeah, I cannot tell you why. I kind of liked it. I
Okay.
still stand by what I'm saying. I think it's so stupid and so weird, but in
Yeah,
a very odd way, I'm kind of liking it. 7.5.
exactly. I kind of like it as well. It's kind of farcical and it kind of grabs my attention. I'm not like, I wonder who's killed him. It's not like I'm super into it, but
No,
like it's kind of farcical. It's kind of enjoyable to watch because
right.
it amuses me, I guess.
Yeah, like I said, at this point, I still haven't figured out whether I'm meant to take this stuff like super seriously or not. So if a few weeks down the line I figure out I am meant to, then I'm out.
Maybe it's like a big troll.
Maybe.
Maybe it's trying to convince people that it's serious, but really like subliminally it's not serious, and only like certain people clock that it's not serious. But I mean, if it turns out to be a troll, it's the best show ever. But I mean, I find it real farcical and like amusing, and I kind of like it.
Yeah,
So yeah, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. I'm Sam,
I'm not.
and we'll see you in the next episode.